The NBA recently renamed the Defensive Player of the Year trophy after Hakeem Olajuwon. Kudos to them for making up for the sins of old school basketball. Because Hakeem Olajuwon legit should have had 8 Defensive Player of the Year trophies. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not joking. I'm not playing. He got cheated out of about 5 trophies. Clearly. He could have won, in this 10-year span that you're looking at, he could have won 8 of these years. This is 10 years of going at least 3 blocks and basically 2 steals. He was the best defensive player in basketball for a whole decade, clearly. Look at this. This is 1990. Now, this is Dennis Rodman. Now, people say the things Dennis Rodman doesn't show up in the stat sheet. But if I'm averaging damn near 5 blocks and 2 steals, I need what you to do to show up in the stat sheet if you going up against me. Because what I'm doing showing up in the stat sheet. A lot, too. I'm doing everything. This is the biggest travesty in the history of Defensive Player of the Year. Like ever. And this is what was happening to Hakeem Olajuwon when he was supposed to be winning this trophy. I've argued that Michael stole his trophy. Yeah, whatever. Michael earned it. Whatever. But he could have got it that year, too. He averaged 2.7 blocks and 2.1 steals. And that was an off year for him. I guess that's why they gave it to Michael. But he was the complete defender. You couldn't do entry passes. He was stealing those. He was blocking shots. The all-time leading shot blocker. People talk about his footwork and his post game. Let's talk about your post game against him. Nope, your entry passes was getting blocked and stolen. You know, like I said, he was averaging 2 steals as well as being the all-time leading shot blocker. And he just doesn't get the credit that he deserves up until now. They named the trophy after him because of how many of them he should have had. He should have won over and over and over. I personally want to play the xenophobia card and say that they hated on him because back then international players wasn't as popular. But that's just my theory.